Hello, it is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it is a long weekend, so I decided to use this long weekend to really do like a self-care weekend. And I have just been so exhausted. Obviously the month of March was a hectic month for me and I never got to do the things that I wanted to or get to the things that I needed to. So I decided I am just gonna pamper myself with the things that I want to do, want to enjoy. Now, everyone's definition of self-care is different. It doesn't mean you have to meditate or do yoga or all those things that they preach all the time, like what self-care is. I think self-care can be whatever you wanted it to be, or it might be things that you want to do money-wise, like maybe deal with your admin that you haven't had a chance to do some budgeting. It can be a spiritual thing, it can be a social thing. Maybe you haven't seen a group of friends or a friend in a long time, take yourself out for coffee, or it can be whatever you wanted it to be. So what I did was, since it's a very long weekend and I do have to work tomorrow, so I'm cutting Saturday out, but I am gonna do 4 things. So I've listed them out. Today I decided to sleep in. Like, I'm gonna do that for all 4 days, literally just sleep until whenever my body feels like getting up. I actually woke up to make breakfast because my stomach was growling, and I slept in because I'm not feeling too well. So I thought, you know what, wake up whenever you feel like it. So the 4 things I'm gonna do today is read. I'm gonna show you the books that I'm gonna read, that I plan on reading, because I have not read in a very long time and I love reading. I have so many books I've purchased that is in my cubby, and like, when am I gonna read them? So I'm gonna use this opportunity to read my books. And then I want to cut my flowers. I bought flowers yesterday, but the vase that the flowers are in has a lot of gunk, and it's a tricky vase because you can't get down and scrap. So I put like white vinegar, hot water and some lemon in to see if maybe the gunk will pull up. So once that is done, I'm gonna like prune my flowers, and that's just therapeutic for that few minutes. Then I want to bake some cookies. I couldn't find chocolate chips yesterday at the mall, so I bought Smarties. So I'm gonna put Smarties in it instead. And then I want to watch a movie. So Court and I did watch a movie last night, which was Murder Mystery 2, because we did watch the first one, so we thought watch the second one. But I want to watch this movie with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Anyway, Your Place or Mine, something like that. I've had it on my list on Netflix for a while now, so I want to watch that. I'm gonna make me a cappuccino. I'm gonna have my 2 hot cross buns. I'm gonna sit my ass here on the couch and I'm gonna read. So these are the books that I want to read. I'm still reading Piranesi, and this is how far I am. So I definitely want to finish this today. Literally finish it. Like, I'm gonna push myself to finish this book. And then this is the last book of a trilogy. Is it Mila trilogy, and it is The Making of Mila and Blake. It's the last one. It is a young adult book, and I've read this book, like the other 2 books, really fast. This one, and then if we have time, I definitely want to read You Are a Badass at Making Money. Yes, it's a money book. Maybe I will read something else if I don't feel like reading a non-fiction book, but this is it. So we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be a fun time. See the angles I put you guys in? Must be such a fun thing for you, right, when you're watching. But Courtney's at home and it is 3:30 and I had some pickled fish. My mom makes the best pickled fish, but we're so far away from her, so we ended up just buying like a tub at Woolworths. Expensive, but I finished Berenice. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It is about this other world. I don't know how to explain it. I literally don't know how to explain this book. I know that the first 2 chapters were really slow, and maybe my brain just took a long time to process what in the world is going on, because they were talking about statues and the other. They called each other the other, and the other called the other. And I was like, what science fiction nonsense is this? Given that this was the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2021, I'm giving it a 3.5 just because, as much as I would love to give it like the best rating, I think my brain is still trying to compartment what I just read. So it's not a bad book. I just found that it was taking me really long to understand this world. Anyway, so I'm gonna start reading this, and I'm actually making quite a good amount of time. So I'm gonna lie in bed, read this, and then see how the afternoon takes me. We have read, and we have sorted the flowers, and I don't think I'm gonna bake cookies. Where am I? I'm not gonna bake cookies. I might just move it over to, but I most certainly am gonna watch a movie tonight. So popcorn, have a vibe. It is Sunday and it is almost 1 o'clock, so I spent the morning literally just laying in bed, the best time ever. And then I cleaned up a little bit, like doing the dishes, doing a laundry, doing a lot of washing. So now I've prepped for today, because on the agenda that I wrote for myself, I am going to paint. So I'm going to paint this morning. I haven't painted in a long time. And then I am going to paint some of my candles. I'm going to do that this afternoon while we have load shedding. And then I'm going to wash my hair, because my hair finally needs to be washed now. It's going to be interesting how the color turns out. And then I want to take a bath. And I've got one of those bath bombs that I bought in Foorisburg when I was in the Free State. That's how long I have it. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm gonna do a face mask as well. So that's just what I plan on doing. You saw yesterday I went to Stodels. My plan for tomorrow is to repot some plants. I need to take one of these roots out and then actually change the soil, because she actually meant to do that. I didn't know. And I've got some Sprite, and to be extra bougie I just put some lemon in and a straw. It's a spot. I'm gonna play some music, and yeah, I'm also quite far in my book, halfway through my book, so I'm definitely planning on maybe reading my book in the bath. That could be fancy. But I don't want to get my pages wet though. Maybe I'll also read this afternoon. I do also need to make lunch, but I'll make it a little later. But let me show you my art. It's not like the best, but it's fun for me. So let me show you. This was the first little one I did. It is water paint, so I was still trying to get my groove with water painting. It is a lot, you have to get into it. So this is my first little one, not the best, but I'm having fun with it. And then I'm still busy with this one. My boat just didn't come right, but it's fine. And I'm trying to make like a ledge, and I'm trying to make stones. So I want to finish the stones. This I was just playing with it. It looks so dumb, but I use it to paint there. And then I was starting on this one, and I never went back to it. So yeah, these are just the book. Courtney got with this watercolor book, and then I've got all of these paint brushes that I keep buying, which they are actually very expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're like 40 rand for one, but I got this yellow in a pack. So these are the ones that I have. You can see they've got different brushes and shapes, and then these are all my watercolor stuff. And I just put it in here, and then I've got little palettes. So I was meant to wash it, but the colors of my rocks is this, I think this or this one, and I mixed it together, so I don't know what that mixture is. I just left it. I think they do come out, but we'll see. These palettes aren't expensive. They're like, this was like 6 rand for this, so they're not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna paint for a little bit and then see how far I get. Started on a new painting. It doesn't look like much, so don't come for me, but I'm trying to make kind of like a sunset, like the sun has already gone down and you see that ray. Anyway, trying to make orange was not the best, but I think when the paint brush is a lot more drier, I will go over and make it dark, and then I'm gonna try and make it light. But this was the other one that I'm not finished yet, but I made like little birds, tried making that, got this little thing there, and my little man over there swimming in the ocean. It just takes time. I don't know where I'm going with it, but it's fun. I am getting so much joy out of doing this, but I need to make lunch quickly, and then I might just come back to this. We'll see, or I might just finish my book. It is super late. No, it's not. It's only 7 o'clock, and I was gonna take a bath, but I think I'm just gonna take a shower because it's easier to wash my hair. So they gave me this shampoo for my hair color, and I am going to do that now, wash my hair and then just blow it out. I think I'll just flat iron it tomorrow, just because I don't feel like doing it now. So well, I did my hair and now I've got my face mask on. It is this Garnier Moisture Balm, this one, and it was so cold when I put it on my face. Anyway, I'll leave it on for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then I am gonna eat a little bit, watch another episode of Friends from College, because I'm on the last season, and I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. It is the next day and I did my hair. Like, I just straightened it because I didn't do it last night. It is the last day of our self-care weekend, and on my list for Monday it is to clean my windows. So it might seem like it's short to some, but for us, because we live close to the sea, the windows have to be wiped often. So we mostly wipe it on the inside more than we do it on the outside. But when the sea air and like sand and dust and everything just comes together, it makes your windows so disgusting. And I've been putting this off for a very long time, so we're gonna do that this morning. And then I want to transfer my daughter from my current laptop, work laptop, to my new laptop. So what's cool about Apple now is that you literally can transfer everything from one laptop to the other with a click of a button. But then I also need to kind of Google what the next step is with my current laptop, because I need to erase all the data and stuff like that. So I'm not entirely sure how to do it. I've done the transfer before, but I don't know about erasing everything, so I'm gonna check on that. But that's something that I have to do today. And then I'm gonna work on my hard drive. So I've got a hard drive with all my travel stuff and memories and things like that. And one of the things that I don't do well is like do file naming. I keep wanting to do it. I also said I wanted to do it in December, never did it. So I'm going to spend an hour to kind of just working on my hard drive. There are new travel stuff that I need to put on there and name it correctly, because whenever I try to find pictures of a town we visited, I can for the life of me never find it. And then the last thing we're going to do, which is going to be a fun project, is change the soil in the current plants that I have. Most of my plants my mom took because they were just dying here, but I have 3 that I have, and then I bought a few cactuses which I think will be just nice kind of in one little area. So I need to change the soil out because this plant behind me is half dying, half growing. I don't know how that works. I don't know if the leaves die after a while, who knows, but they need new soil. And this monstrosity, this massive plant that literally keeps growing, his name is Andrew. Yes, I name my plants, it's Andrew. It's got 2 roots, so I want to take one of the roots out. I don't know if that's going to be a great job to do, but I want to take one of the roots out and put it in the pot plant that we currently have there. At some point, we want to give this pot plant with one of the other roots to my parents. But this is a heavy pot. A exceptionally heavy pot. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get cracking, because it is already 9:30 and I want to have an afternoon to myself. Well, I'm a little sweaty, but that's okay. That took about 45 minutes or so. So now I'm gonna do my laptops, and this is my current laptop now, which is the, I think it's a 2017 MacBook Pro, and then this is, I think, the 2020 MacBook Pro. Just gonna transfer this stuff over to this. It should be simple, but let's see. And as expected, that laptop is dead, so I'm gonna have it charged for a while. This one's also my personal one. It's also needs a little bit of a charge, but this is my hard drive. It's a Seagate 1 GB or something like that, and it has all of our memories of all our travels. I just throw over everything that's on my camera or on my memory cards. I throw it over without naming it. I've been doing this for a while because, as you can imagine, we have done quite a bit of travels over the years, and now it is a thing. And what's crap about the new MacBooks is that you have to get this stupid thing that you have to put in here so that you can use the USB ports. Insane. It's like 1,000 rand for that stupid thing. MacBooks all fun and games until you have to buy all the extra accessories. So I'm hoping that I can do this, because there's also a lot of files on this actual laptop of all our travels, like preset is on here and Veldrift, and I just literally need to sort it out, so I'm gonna do that. This is actually taking really long. Like, I am only in 2021. when we went to California and Loxton. The most insane thing. But look at the pictures I found. I was going down memory lane when I thought I was gonna be this like kawaii fashion blogger. I'm gonna show you quickly. It's so funny. Just look here. Look at these pictures. Just like take a moment of when I thought I was like just like this kawaii person. Oh my gosh. I mean, I was kawaii back then, but I can't even wear heels anymore. Look there. Guys, I thought I was so kawaii. Oh, I love those red shoes. Oh man. I made Courtney buy me these shoes, and now my sister has it actually. So oh well, this is actually my graduation dress, my second graduation, because I do your diploma at CPUT and then you do your degree. So this was actually my degree when I graduated on stage. But I've made massive progress, so that's what I'm the most excited about. I'm gonna take a break, go and eat something, and then come back to this. It is almost 2 o'clock, and instead of this being a self-care situation, this is a headache situation. So I ate and then I was like, oh, let me start working on these MacBooks. I don't know what my colleague did, ex-colleague did to this MacBook, but she wiped like every single thing, and I couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi. I can't get to Bluetooth or the utilities to migrate from the current laptop to here. So I phoned my friend Lisa, because she also got a new MacBook, and I was like, oh, what did she do? She and I were on video call trying to maneuver stuff, Command RP something, and eventually I got to a spot where I am reinstalling the software. So fingers crossed that this will work so I can migrate. But this is definitely not a self-care item that I would add to my list. I legitimately have a headache. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to just take a nap for an hour, because this is going to take at least 3 hours. And I have load shedding at 6 o'clock, so I'm hoping that it will be done by then. And then I think I'm gonna work on my little cactus project over there once I get rid of this like pounding headache that I have, just filled with way too much technical information. Well, this has concluded the self-care kind of weekend that I had. I've done everything on my list that I wanted except for baking cookies, but I can always do that in the week. And then doing the plants, which I'm hoping to do in the next few days, just because this laptop took so much of my time. It literally took 4 hours to figure this out, but it's all working. I'm so happy with how it's come out. So this is really just put kind of like the span in the works. But I was starting my new books. I think this was really a successful self-care, self-soothing kind of few days. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, self-care does not need to be the typical things that people describe what self-care is. It can be anything that is maybe on your list that you wanted to do. Some people call it an to-do list, an admin list, whatever you want to call it. I just stick to the things that I really wanted to do, that brought me some joy that I haven't gotten to in a long time. And there were things on there that I also just had to do that was also part of self-care. So yeah, take it however you want to take it, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have not yet subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.